takeaways and everything?
Yeah, I always have to wait after the game to kind of go back and dissect it, because when you're in the moment, you forget who did what. But I know we had some big turnovers with our defense, some clutch plays. Right there before the half, it was poor time management by me. I should have milked that clock a little bit and gave them less time, but Savannah defense bailed us out when they were pressing down. They had some plays that were working for them, and Coach Jackson made good adjustments there. But it was a tough battle. You know, we were both playing the same opponent in the heat. It was definitely a factor for both teams. They're a great team, great program, and to start the year off against them is always a good test. A lot of preparation went into it, and there's some balls that went our way that if they went another way would have had a different game at halftime. And I'm fortunate. I'm never going to be upset about things going our way, but we caught some breaks today, and we made some mistakes, and we were able to respond to those mistakes. What I'm most proud of is the fact that, you know, Deanna and some of our other girls that really had never started on varsity, you know, they made some mistakes and they heard about it from me especially, and the next play they went back out there and they executed. So that ability to respond after failure and after getting a little fussing and jump back in there and make a great pass or make a great catch or whatever you need to is definitely something to be proud of, something we can build off of.
Savannah's obviously very well known already, but just what she had a big day today. You know, what is it about her that makes her such a special player?
It wasn't the plan to start off, but I mean, if you're going to give us a shot, we're going to take advantage of it with Savannah. You know, we expect teams to do their best to take it away. We're blessed to have other weapons out here, Maddie Fuller, Maya Brooks, Bria Coleman, Colin Sculligan, 8th grader, but it doesn't matter. She goes out there and performs. She played big today. And of course, we got other kids on the sidelines, Kennedy Ellis, that'll rotate in, Kinley Rasmus that'll be back. She'll start on both sides of the ball, so we're missing basically a starter two ways, two starters, and she'll be a big part of our depth. Our depth won the game for us. We was able to rotate some kids in when fatigue set in, and that was a big part of the game, is just our depth and our ability to rotate kids in and get them opportunities. But can't say enough about those young kids and those kids that were asked to play at a different position. Savannah's amazing. We knew that coming into the game. She proved it. She didn't have to prove that. But the other kids stepped up and they proved they're capable of, and that's something I'm proud of.
Savannah's a little banged up there at one point or something going on. And then was it her first play back? She had the long touchdown?
I don't know. I might have put her back out there for something else. But Savannah's that type of kid that she's going to give everything on every play. She don't leave anything in the gas tank. She empties it every single play. And she was begging to go back in right at the half, and I wouldn't let her. You know, she was, I'm good. And I said, I'll get you back in. Just give me a second. I was really trying not to put her back in, but then one of the kids over there getting water, so I sent her, and it opened up, and 2 plays later, and the rest was history.
And we talked about it during after the game. You guys have been so dominant. I think it's 58 wins in a row at this point, if I'm not mistaken. And how do you keep this team, or what helps this team stay focused during practice week to week when you guys, again, I mean, you said this is a great team and you guys won 36-0 going away. So, I mean, how do you keep the team focused as the season goes on, and as you guys look for another national championship at this point?
The past 3 years have gone 57-0. This team's 1-0. That's the only thing they've done. And I've told them the other day, the preseason rankings and everything, there's nothing to buy into. They didn't do anything. We haven't accomplished anything yet. We've won one game, and it was against a really good team, and they can be proud of that. But we can celebrate the 57-0 for the past 3 years. That was celebrated all season. This year is about what this team can do, and being 1-0 is our goal. Next week's Oak Mountain on Tuesday, being 2-0 is the goal. And if they ever get complacent, they're going to get embarrassed. It's as simple as that. But we remind them every day at practice that they've got something to prove too. There's a lot of kids on that field. There's only one kid on that field that was on that first state championship team, and that's Chloe Broadwater. The rest of them want to prove that they're capable of being successful too. And we've got a tough schedule, a very tough schedule. And I don't think we're going to make it unscathed. It's brutal, but it's good. We're going to be tested. And today we're tested by the heat and tested by Catholic, but we're going to be tested throughout the year, and that's a good thing. You got to embrace that. We've done the undefeated thing, and if we do it this year, then so be it. But that's not the goal. The goal is to be tested as much as we can in September. And if we stumble along the way, we stumble along the way, and we'll pick ourselves back up. The most important win streak is the win streak in November, December. That's the most important win streak, and we've got a long way till we get there. A lot of football to be played, and you know that's the most important one. And we just got to keep reminding them they're 1-0. The program 3 years ago they're 57-0. The past 3 years we're 1-0, and we're gonna try to extend that to 2-0 on Tuesday.
Well, I wanted to ask you about a new quarterback as well, because I know you guys had it was Mariah Harrison, right? And she obviously had so much success. Talk about your new quarterback and how she sort of stepped in, what you saw from her today as well.
It's crazy to think but it's not crazy to think Deanna's her little sister, because she is. But it's crazy to think is Deanna played better against that team than Mariah did last year. Mariah struggled last year. I think she threw 6 interceptions all season, and 3 were in that game. So Deanna had a really good start today against pretty much the same team. She actually made one mistake. She heard about it, and she came out and threw great passes after that and great completions after that, so you couldn't ask for more. Being her little sister, I made sure she knew she don't need to be Mariah. She don't need to try to be Garrett. She needs to be Deanna. Deanna's good enough to win ball games for us. Deanna's good enough to have great success the next 3 years.
Sure.